Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Wedaways Getaways, virtual FAMs designed for wedding planners in place of the very popular Wedaways Getaways in-person FAMs that we take on an annual basis. COVID knocked us out of the park, but we are getting back in the groove, and the FAM trips in person will be starting up again second quarter this year and will continue as far as the future will allow and under the circumstances. We are being joined today by our wonderful Maritza, our digital marketing manager. Hi, Maritza.
Hi.
Hi, I like the picture behind you, and our very dear partner and friend in Nova Scotia, Canada, Perline of Fox Harb'r Resort. Perline, welcome. How are you?
Oh, it's great to be here. Thanks, Renee.
We're very excited. We love the property. Just going to give a little bit of an intro to Wedaways, and then we're going to jump right in. Wedaways is a dual-sided marketplace. First of all, we have our search engine, which features luxury properties around the world that cater to the wedding and honeymoon markets. We are almost at 250 international properties, many of which are virtuoso, as Wedaways is also a virtuoso affiliated travel agency via our association with Departure Lounge. And we book wedding destinations, venues, room blocks, and luxury honeymoons, amazing trips. Our main market are wedding planners that work with us as the luxury travel agent arm of their business. And of course, we work directly with consumers as well. And we are again here today with our wonderful friends at Fox Harb'r, Perline. Fox Harb'r Resort in Nova Scotia, Canada is one of Canada's only five-star resorts throughout the entire landscape, the entire country of Canada, and the only five-star resort and virtuoso property in Nova Scotia. Perline's going to tell us more about that. And Perline, I'm going to let you take this away.
Well, thank you so much. Well, I will, I'm going to share my screen here now. So give me 1 second. There we go. And I'm all set here. So as you said, we are the only virtuoso property east of Quebec City and five-star resort here in Nova Scotia. We're located on the Northumberland Shore, which delivers the warmest waters east of the Carolinas, so swimmable waters. It's a beautiful spot to host your special day. Come and elope with us, or just kind of come and cherish your after wedding time with your honeymoon with us. So lots to see and do. So I'll dive in to share a little bit more about what you can expect. As you come through the main gates, which is sitting behind Maritza as the fox is whispering in her ear, the grand gates open upon your arrival. We are truly an undiscovered gem on the east coast of Canada. We offer a picture-perfect backdrop, natural beauty that will just leave you in awe. And there's an added bonus for those that would like to fly in directly. We have our own runway on the resort, and only resort in Canada that has its own runway right on property. And we have a very experienced team. So it's a great place to come and spend some special time with us. I'm going to just launch into a little video just to give you the highest level. This was taken at 10,000 feet and allows you to get a sense of how grand our 1,200 acres are. As you can see, lots to do. I love this photo. It was actually one of the grooms. He had it embossed in his inside of his coat pocket, and I'm the boss. She's the decision maker, and I loved that, so I had to include that photo. We will help and work with all of your clients, and from the ceremony site, selecting it on site, photography, guest activities, guest rooms, resort transportation, menu planning, whatever you need, we're there to support you. The beauty about being on 1,200 acres on the Northumberland shores, we literally wrapped by the sea. This is the picture that's taken at our lighthouse, which is actually on property in one of our ceremony sites. And this is what it looks like after the sun sets. We're known for our purple sky sunsets. And this is a great spot for you to say your I do's at. But there's lots of opportunity on the resort. You can take your ceremony to the sea, just to the edge of the beach. You can take it out on our yacht. We have a 63-foot Freddie yacht, a lighthouse, as I mentioned, the lower patio, which is great if you want to keep your guests closer to where the food and beverage can be. We do have a ballroom. We also have a hangar because we have our own runway. You can have a really fun ceremony using the hangar on property. But really, the green space is for you to explore, and the opportunities to create those moments and those memories caught on camera are endless. And you can see this wasn't a runaway bride, she ran away with her groom. So this is loved this photo of this fun couple. He's actually the gentleman who had the embossing in his jacket, and they were certainly having some fun on their day. On property, we actually have also the Founders Lodge, which is our he's the co-owner, co-founder of Tim Hortons Coffee here in Canada, and Ron Joyce. This was his former home, and it is a perfect backdrop for a group that might be, that 30 to 40 sweet spot that wants to take over a mansion for their special day. The outdoor space, it's endless. We can host you. You could take it up to a tee box. You could take it out into our vineyard. You can go anywhere you'd like to go in terms of where you want to get your photos done, but there's certainly great backdrops for your photo album when you get back home. Luxurious guest suites, for sure. We have different types of styles of accommodations. So we have our executive suites and our golf manors, which are 1-bedroom units. We have studio suites, which are 2 queen beds, and then our golf suite, which is 1 king bed, same size footprint, but just the king bed instead. We have brand new villas that just opened up in July of last year, and they're 3 and 4 bedrooms. We have townhomes, which are all 3 bedrooms, and we have custom built homes, which are 3 and 4 bedrooms as well. So, depending on what you're looking for yourself and for your guests, we certainly have an array of accommodations. But then there's the food. Nova Scotia is definitely known for its seafood, and it is in abundance. But beyond that, we have wonderful fresh ingredients from land and sea. About 60% of our produce is actually grown on property. So we have our greenhouses produce all of our about 60% of our produce, and all of the flowers that you find on property are grown. We certainly work with the best in Nova Scotian ingredients. We actually have a Nova Scotia beverage menu, and we have different packages depending on what you're looking for. There's everything for all of your tastes, and everything drawn from whether it's our greenhouses, our orchards, or our vineyard. But keeping yourselves busy, pre the happy day or post the happy day, we have lots for you to come and explore, and to keep you outside and enjoying nature. At the resort, we have an award-winning spa, which continues to be top ranked in Canada. There are many, many kilometers of biking trails. We have a North American acclaimed shooting facility for clay shooting, horseback riding, fly fishing. You can even take your group out just onto the trails to explore. You can go into our winery for exploration and tasting. You can actually tour our greenhouses and ended up, in fact, you can actually make your own bouquet because we do a floral arrangement at the end of the tour. So if you wanted to create your own bouquet, you can do that here. We have pontoon boats that take you out to a local island where you can see seals and eagles. I was trying to combine the two words together. You can go on yacht cruises, so that can accommodate up to 12 people at a time to take you out onto the shore. You can actually take that yacht over to Prince Edward Island if you actually want to explore a separate province here in Canada. You can go guided kayaking, paddle boarding. So there's lots to do when you come, but there's also so much to see because naturally Nova Scotia is absolutely a beautiful place. This photo was actually taken on our shoreline here at the resort. Nearby, there's the historical town of Tatamagouche, where you can go and enjoy the history of a village from 1800s, which was the economic thriving heartbeat of Nova Scotia at the time. You can head over to a lavender farm and actually see what they do with lavender, both in food and on the medicinal side. There's a sugar shack where you can go and explore 200 acres of maple trees, see firsthand how it's produced, and then even better, taste it. There's tasting tours. We have a local distillery nearby, an award-winning craft brewery, and another winery, which is the oldest winery in Nova Scotia. And then for the adrenaline junkies, if you really want to hit the shores and take in some tidal bore rafting, Nova Scotia is known for the highest tides in the world. So if you want to go and see what that's like, I recommend it. It's an awfully fun day.
Is that year-round? Perlene, is
no,
that?
So it starts in May and it'll run until pretty much September. They do ride in October, but the waters can be a bit chilly. So we can round out your day depending on what you're looking for. You want rehearsal dinner, you want spa packages, you want the groom's day out, you want the bride's day out. Sarah, you name it, we can help you with all of it. And most importantly, everybody is welcome at Fox Harb'r, even your pooch. We're pet friendly, and so no one is left out part of their special day. So I really thank you for this opportunity, and we certainly have a fun getaway car at the end, or to arrive as this bride did with her dad, arrived at the ceremony in our classic golf cart.
Wow. Wow. You know, we have had Fox Harb'r as a partner on Wedaways for 4 years now. And we've had clients go, and we actually sent somebody from our team that went and spent 3 nights there about maybe 2.5, maybe a little bit more years ago. And actually, I did not know that you had vineyards.
Oh, yeah. So we make an Appalachian wine. Actually, Nova Scotia is the only region in Canada that actually has an Appalachian wine, and it's called Tidal Bay. And so we produce Tidal Bay it's produced by in partnership with Yost. All the grapes are grown at Fox Harb'r. And this year, we're actually bottling our first ever sparkling wine. So Nova Scotia is really taking the world by storm with its sparkling wine and is winning awards all around the world for the quality of it. So we're super excited to be bottling our first sparkling wine. It'll be debuting next year in 2022.
Congratulations. That's
It's exciting.
In terms of the vendors that you work with and that you refer to the clients that are coming in, many times, we recommend one of the few vendors to bring with are a photographer, because you have a relationship with the photographer. In your case, you've got a great list of photographers and videographers that know the property, because 1,200 acres, I mean, it is extensive. and there are nooks and crannies and vistas, and look what we have behind us, and trails, and oh my God. So it's a huge benefit that you have those recommended vendors.
We do, and we have vendors to help on the decor side, whatever, whatever a couple is looking for. We certainly can point them in the right direction, and everyone is familiar with the property, and that is key. But you know what? Also, anyone who wants to bring somebody, that's fine too. We just recommend that they hook up with our team and send in advance what they're looking for, what they hope to achieve, and then we can sort of make sure that we're capturing all those backdrops that they really want to have as their memories when they go back home.
Even listening to you, Perline, speak with all of us, the confidence and amount of knowledge that you have about the resort, and that the resort can provide, the confidence is huge. I mean, my God, this is extensive. This is a huge property. One of the biggest, I think, that we have in our portfolio for sure.
Well, it's this place that it's so hard to put it to words, but when you come through those gates, something just happens. And I was reading something today about glowing hearts, and it's exactly what it does. It makes your heart glow when you arrive.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to Canada. What are the current restrictions in terms of Canadian travel for North Americans?
So right now it's very limited. As you probably know, the borders remain closed at this time. Within Nova Scotia, it's limited to travel only actually with other parts of Nova Scotia. So it is completely right now. However, you're able to come into Nova Scotia from anywhere in the world with a 14-day quarantine. So, so that's right now. It's last year, it was open to all of Eastern Canada. So all of the 4 Atlantic Canadian provinces, we're just waiting. It's the race for the vaccine rollout, let's be honest. And as fast as we can go with that, we believe that we'll be resuming back. It has imposed some restrictions in terms of food and beverage and how we gather, that we're able to gather at 50% of our occupancy in gathering spaces. It was extended to larger groupings on outside events, so ceremonies. So it really, at this stage, it is a bit of a wait and see. We operate from May to the end of October. So it is really too early to say what this May is going to look like, but we keep all of our COVID policies up front on our website at foxharbor.com. And that's the best place to get any of that information. And we update it as soon as it's available to us.
Right. I have a few other questions. In terms of itineraries, how can people include Nova Scotia, Fox Harb'r in an itinerary where they can proceed on to, let's say, we're very big on heritage return events. So for example, we have in North America 36 million Americans of Irish descent, but there are only 6 million people on the island of Ireland. Scotland is very similar. Nova Scotia is New Scotland. So people that want to go home and experience, maybe they've never been before, maybe they're going again, but it's part of a honeymoon or part of, let's say, just a big wedding trip. How does that work in terms of going to Nova Scotia, enjoying the wedding with all of your friends and family in North America, and then continuing on?
Jetting off? Yeah. Well, it's a great land launching pad to hit Europe because Nova Scotia being the closest to the UK, we have service, nonstop service, scheduled service this summer coming up for Scotland, London, Dublin, and as well as France and Germany. And we had Iceland. I'm not sure if it'll be back yet, but we're waiting to see what the post-COVID world is going to look like again. But, you're only 4.5 hours away to London from Nova Scotia on a direct flight. So, which is a lot closer than anybody thinks. So, so it's very easy. And I love that your idea, Renee, about, New Scotland and then Old Scotland. Nova Scotia is Latin for New Scotland. That's what it means. And yet I've been to Scotland and have traveled it extensively. And what you would see here and what you'll see there, it is not the same. So it's not to think that, oh, well, I already did it if I went to Nova Scotia. No, you haven't. It would be an amazing trip to actually do New Scotland and Old Scotland. So I love that idea that you put out there.
I would like to put together a wonderful fam for Canadian wedding planners from all over Canada to make the trip across this amazing country. I mean, from Vancouver to Toronto, Calgary, Alberta, all the way over Quebec and Nova Scotia. It is so utterly magnificent. The landscape, the people, the diversity. That would be really cool. We should put together a group and bring them over to you. And then maybe we can make a quick trip over the pond to Old Scotland and check it out. I think, Maritza, we need to work on that. That would be a very exciting itinerary.
Well, you keep me posted because I'd love to work with you on that too.
I do have one more question.
Sure.
The biking trails that you showed, you must have the bikes.
We have bikes, but we also have what they call fat boy bikes. So they're for off trailing. So those can be rented, but we do have resort bikes. And we also have for people that don't want to do all the resort walking, because 1,200 acres can be longer distances. We have complimentary shuttles on property that can move you between the various venues.
Well, Maritza is one of our team members that goes and does the property sort of reconnaissance. And she just came back a few days ago from Mexico. And you went on an excursion. You did ATVing when you were in Mexico, right? Yeah, but this would be cool if you went to Nova Scotia and got on those bikes and just, really, you can cover a lot of ground. That would be really something.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah, I can.
And we'll replace the fox behind you with some real fox. You'll see real fox.
Oh, wow, that's cool. That is so cool. Well, listen, for anybody that's looking for someplace luxurious with amazing greens and purples in the sky, talk about nature's vibrant colors and beautiful backdrops. This is a destination that is absolutely magnificent, easy to get to, super picturesque, super friendly. We all know that Canadians are like the most friendly people, and offering all of the 5-star luxury services that a resort can offer, with Perline at the helm and our dear contact. I think this is the place to go. We will take this recorded wonderful broadcast and put it on not only our YouTube channel and our webinars page on our website, but this is one that we should put onto the Fox Harb'r profile and really get into the airwaves, because there is a big surprise behind those gates. And it's our great joy and pleasure to bring this spectacular property to the global wedding communities. So Perline, thank you.
Thank you, Renee. It was so great to be with you here today. And I look forward to welcoming all of your guests. And if anybody has any questions, please never hesitate to just reach out. I'm sure my contact information will be included somewhere, but thank you. Thank you for letting me share this beautiful part of Nova Scotia, Canada.
It is our real privilege and pleasure. So God bless you. Thank you so much. Here's to open borders. Cheers to open borders.
Yes, cheers to open borders.
On the road and in the sky and whatever we can do. Maritza, God bless you. We love you. Thanks for joining. Perline, you are always welcome. Our arms are open, and we'll see you
and a big soon. Virtual hug back.
Okay, everybody soon. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.